Welcome back to my channel. Hi, my name is Singh. So as I uploaded my introduction videos, after uploading my introduction videos, I wanted to know like how many people are excited and is it really meaningful for making these videos or not. Yes, I got the positive response from all the people. Really, they are very interested to watch this type of videos. So as I told in my introduction videos that I'll gonna tell you 10 question in every videos and for 15 minutes, but as I experienced here कि ये possible नहीं हो सकता है क्योंकि when I'm going to tell a answer of a single question, it is taking more than 2-3 minutes because I don't want to do as it is. मुझे ऐसा नहीं करना है कि मुझे बस क्वेश्चन और आंसर देना है, इसलिए मैं वीडियोस नहीं बना रहा हूँ. मैं वीडियो बना रहा हूँ ताकि मैं उन सारे लोगों को अच्छे से समझा सकूँ जो लोग कि अभी नए हैं या फिर जो लोग एक्सपीरियंस्ड हैं बट वो लोग जब स्विच करना चाहते हैं तो उन लोगों को भी एक ब्रशअप करना पड़ता है अपने माइंड को, तो उन लोगों के लिए है. सो टुडेज वीडियो इज़ ऑल अबाउट द core Java sections, our core interview questions. So whenever you go for any interview, the first and the most important session will come, that is core Java questions. Either you are a fresher or a experienced people, you will face the first of all these questions. So I'm not going to tell about what is the difference between the JVM, JDK and JRE, this type of questions, but what exactly they are asking in nowadays and what they really wanted from you, and you should and must have this type of answer. Okay, so let's get started and with my first question, first real-time interview question, because we are going to discuss all the questions that is related with the interview only, and that will be very useful. I'm giving you 100% guarantee. If you face any interview and if you will not get a single question that I am going to tell you, you can comment me that this question didn't came. Okay, so let's get started with our first question, and the first most important question is what are the new features introduced in Java 8? Now how the interviewer is asking this question, first of all he is asking have you worked on the Java 8 feature? Then yes, exactly. Nowadays many of the companies are using Java 11 feature now, but actually in Java 8 it was a major changes, so still they are using the Java 8 features. That's why they wanted to know like either you are familiar with the all the features or not, either you can work on that or not if you are a fresher. But if you are experienced, then you must and have to tell yes, I have worked on that, because nowadays everyone is using Java 8 features. So the first most important question is what are the new features introduced in Java 8? So there are many features are introduced in Java 8, but I'm gonna tell you some of the important features. Okay, I think that is enough to tell to the interviewer, so that interviewer will get to know that yes, you have a knowledge about that features. Okay, so the first thing is Java Stream API. So Java Stream API, you have to tell the first thing because it is the most commonly used features in Java 8. Okay, everyone try to know about that, either you have used or not, either you are a fresher or experienced, you must have to use this Stream API nowadays. Then second is interfaces changes with the default and static methods. So you have to tell the features like interfaces with default and static method. And third is functional interfaces. Fourth is lambda expressions. Then fifth is datetime API, and last Java optional classes. It is not last, but you can add here for each method also, and you can explain about for each method. Once you tell about all these features, then now the interviewer will get to know like yes, you have a knowledge of that. So now they will start asking the counter questions from here. So ready for that. So first of all I'm gonna tell about that functional interfaces and lambda expressions, because when I'm going to tell about the Stream API, you have to first know about the functional interfaces and lambda expressions. Now what they will ask the question, tell me about the functional interfaces. What is the functional interfaces, and can you tell me any of the example of the functional interface classes? Then you can tell The functional interfaces are the interfaces having only one abstract method. Okay, what are the functional interfaces in our predefined classes? So you can tell it runnable, comparator. So runnable having one method called run method, and comparator having the one method is compare method. I am giving this example runnable and comparator. These two topics is also important that I am going to tell in my next video when I'll start the interviews question related with the thread and collections. So this is clear. I think you have to tell like this only, and maybe there can be a counter question here that how can we use lambda expression with the functional interfaces. Then be prepared with this also. You can tell example. Suppose you have a runnable. Okay, runnable class is a example of functional interface. Okay, then how to use the lambda expression in the runnable. So runnable, like I can write runnable equal to, then you can write like this, and you can write here simple your sopln system.out.println, and you can put any message here. So this is an example of lambda expression, how to use it, the lambda expression with the functional interfaces. So in this way you can tell the example how to use the lambda expression with the functional interfaces with this example. Okay, so now same way the comparator also you can tell it. So next questions, and the next question is our what is the use of stream API. Okay, how you have to answer this question that what is the stream API. Then stream API actually introduced because actually this support the sequential as well as parallel processing. So because of the parallel processing we can achieve the high performance for the larger collections. Suppose you have a collections of integer and you have to sort it, you have to filter also, you have to write the operation over there also, like three things you have to do parallelly. Then the stream API is the best choice here. So if you go as our old method, suppose I want to iterate one collection, then how you do it? So first of all you use the iterate method, list.iterate, then you get the iterate object. After that you have to use the loop here, while it dot has next, then dot next method to get the value. So how you use it, I can tell you here. You have to tell one example. I have the list of integer and I have to filter that if any integer that is greater than 10, then I have to take the sum of all the integer who is greater than 10. Then for that if you write the older method, then how you write it, list.iterator. You have a list of integer, then using the iterator method you can get the iterator object. After that you will have to iterate over there. Then we have a method like has next to check it either next element is there or not. If it is there, then you have to get the value it.next. Then once you get the value, then you have to check it if it is greater than or not. If it is greater than 10, then you have to sum this number. Before that you have to also initialize variable of this sum. Okay, but if you will do in the stream API, then what you have to write the one line of thing like you have list dot stream is a method dot filter. What you have to filtering here, that is you have to take a variable, that is suppose I have taken I lambda, that's what I told about the lambda here. Okay, so I lambda I greater than 10, then you have to map to into the format integer format. Okay, because still we use the primitive value like int, char, float, double. So stream API also do the auto boxing, it will convert to the integer object. So you can map to int, then what we have to map, that is variable I to I. Okay, then you have to take the sum of the all integer that is greater than 10, then you have a method dot sum. So in the one line you will get your answer. You have filtered, you have operated here operations like sum operation. So actually it support for the lambda expression, so it is a very much good for the functional programming also. That's what I am saying, that to understand this syntax you have to learn the stream API, and you must have to learn it because in every interview question they are going to ask this question. Okay, so okay, this is the some I told about that how, because it implement the internal iteration as we can see here, and it operation is the functional interfaces, that makes it is a very good fit for the functional programming is lambda expression as I already told you. So now the next question is, what is the use of default method in Java 8 interfaces? Or they also ask in the another way, like why default method introduced in Java. So this question is also being asked in the interview. You will face this question and it's important to know about it, so please listen carefully here. Actually it is also introduced to making the collection interfaces easy. What happened that, suppose you have a interface, that is I have interface is like test is my interface. I have a thousand of the implementation of this interface. Okay, so test class having the two abstract method m1 and m2. Okay, but in future if I want to add one more abstract method in this interface, what will happen here? So we have to change in all the 1000 classes. You have to make implementation, otherwise we will get the compile time error. Okay, so to overcome this problem, this feature came, default methods. So we know that framework provide the predefined classes that we directly use these classes. Actually the framework internally implement the interfaces, so it provides the base implementation for the interfaces. It implements all the abstract method in the base implementation class, then we extend the base implementation classes that is provided by the framework. That's why nowadays framework is more popular, because it provides us lots of predefined thing, predefined configurations. So whenever any method is going to be added in the interface, first they have the base implementations, so he will change only in the one classes, so it will not impact on the their other implemented classes. To overcome this type of problem, now they have introduced default methods, so that now if he wants to add any method in the any collection interfaces, he does not need to change any of the base implementation classes. Okay, he'll directly add to the interfaces. If you want to use, implement it, otherwise it is not mandatory. Okay, so that's why default method introduced. And now the next counter question they will ask. Even in my last interview I faced this question, and this question was the counter question after when I defined this question is why the default method introduced in Java 8. Then he asked me that why the abstract class has not been deprecated. I am not going to tell the answer. If you understand the answer of the previous question, that is why default method introduced in the Java 8, then you must have this answer. So I'm going to give you some of the hint. I have already told you about the functional interfaces, lambda expressions. I told about the why default method introduced, and what is the abstract method, you already know about that. And you have to must answer of this question in my comment box. And if you want the answer also from my side, just tell me in the comment, I'll just give you the answer. And the next question is, what is the use of optional classes? This question can be answered by experienced people or fresher also if you having knowledge. Otherwise you have to know about the optional classes. Experienced people, you must know about the optional classes, because if you are working on any project, it may be useful for you. Suppose you have a program like you have to find the person whose mobile number is something, whose mobile number is 101010, like that. Okay, then in this case you are passing the mobile number. It may be mobile number can be present in the DB or it can't be. So if it is present, if this mobile number is present in the DB, if it is matched, then it will return the person details. If it is not returned, then it will return the null value. To store this type of value, if it is null or either it can be a value, we can use the optional classes. So the optional name tell about that their feature. So optional classes, how it is work like, so we have a optional class, it is there in the java.util package. So java.util.optional, and you have to write the generics in that you have to provide the your type, the class type, what type of object it returning from the DB, and then you can write find by mobile number. This is the field name, mobile number. So this type of syntax you can get if you are familiar with Spring Data JPA. In that when we use the repository, so inside the repository we have to write this type of method. Okay, then it will return that. So now the value is present or not, For that, optional classes having the method call is present, so we have to use that is present. Optional dot is present. If it is present is true or false, based on that we have to write your logic. As I told in my last videos, in my introduction video, that I am going to tell the 10 questions, but this video become very large now, so I'm stopping here from at least 6 question. So please let me know आप समझ पा रहे हैं कि नहीं पा रहे हो. So the way of dealing the answer is good or not, and what the improvement should be, because ये मेरा first time है to make you people understand. You know that it's a very tough work to make any people understand what exactly you are thinking and what the front people are thinking. It's a very different. So let me know if you are understanding and if you are enjoying this session. So we will continue from the 7th questions, and you can note down also, and these questions are important for the fresher and experienced, as I told already. So please subscribe to my channel and like it. मिलते हैं फिर से नेक्स्ट वीडियो में.